Listen, smile, agree, then do whatever you were going to do anyway. Remember that just because you hit bottom doesn't mean you have to stay there. Worrying is like praying for something you don't want to happen. I don't need an Iron Man suit. I'm already a weapon of mass seduction. I think that we all do heroic things, but hero is not a noun, it's a verb. I just think it's good to be confident. If I'm not on my team, why should anybody else be? Mediocrity is my biggest fear. I'm not afraid of total failure because I don't think that will happen. I'm not afraid of success because that beats the hell out of failure. It's being in the middle that scares me. The lesson is that you can still make mistakes and be forgiven. Discipline for me is about respect. It's not even about self-respect. It's about respect for life and all it offers. I don't think I'm in any position to give anybody advice about anything. To me, friendship means loving tolerance. I used to be so convinced that happiness was the goal, yet all those years I was chasing after it, I was unhappy in the pursuit. Maybe the goal really should be a life that values honor, duty, good work, friends and family. The higher the stakes, the happier I am, the better I will be. Wing Chun teaches you what to concentrate on, whether you're here or out in the world dealing with problems. It's second nature for me now. I don't even get to the point where there's a problem. I think you end up doing the stuff you were supposed to do at the time you were supposed to do it. I think life changes every year. This is just a little more comfortable. Look, even bad years are pretty good years, I think. I've always felt that if you're not on your side, why should anyone else be? So I always encourage people to be confident, and sometime even a little falsely so, just so you can give yourself an opportunity. I think it's miraculous that anybody survives themselves. I know very little about acting. I'm just an incredibly gifted faker. The old saying is true, behind every good man there is an incredible woman. I think that the power is the principle. The principle of moving forward, as though you have the confidence to move forward, eventually gives you confidence when you look back and see what you've done. People never change because they are under threat or under duress. Never. They change because they see something that makes their life seem valuable enough to start moving toward a life worth living. It's hard to get out of the barrel. It's slippery around the edges and people are happy to see you fall back in. Peace means having a bigger stick than the other guy. Sometimes you just gotta be drop-kicked out of the nest. There is unpanned gold in every soul you run into, no matter what walk of life they are from. Worrying is like praying for something you don't want to happen. I have such an overwhelming sense that if you're in the right state of heart, the next right thing appears to you. If I was a lawyer, I'd be my own best client. If you're anything like me, there are days when you're convinced you know more than everyone around you, which is often confirmed by your interactions with people. Everyone has a story, and the story changes, and the more I can root into the truth of things, it's so hard. I don't think anyone ever really puts it all together. But somewhere along the way it all became fused. Do I want to be a hero to my son? No. I would like to be a very real human being. That's hard enough. I'm not used to feeling like I belong where I am. At the end of the day, anything I think I'm sacrificing, I'm just giving up because it makes me feel better. I'm an actor, a husband, a father of 2, and a full-time Avenger. I have a sense of destiny that you are led to the things you are supposed to do. There's somewhere you're supposed to go, and if you get quiet enough, you'll make it. Nothing's a break for me. Not even the breaks are breaks. I don't want to be so confident in myself. You have to let go of the things that are darling to you. You have to take the focus off yourself and put it on the shape of the scene and the intention of what everyone else needs. I guess the main thing is, you unconsciously take things for granted, and you think the audience is with you, because you're with yourself. Sometimes everything you need to know to be an actor in your mid-40s, you learned before you were 15 years old. Violent ground acquisition games such as football are in fact a crypto-fascist metaphor for nuclear war. If I was a Pokemon, I'll either be a Psyduck or a Jigglypuff. A lot of my peer group think I'm an eccentric bisexual, like I may even have an ammonia-filled tentacle somewhere on my body. That's okay. Does any new parent, even if you're not a first-time parent, ever really know what to do? I know if you talk faster and use more $10 words than everyone around you, you convince half of them that they should shut up because you know what you're talking about. I'm a soldier who didn't know how nasty the battle was going to be, and now, I've got a Purple Heart and I'm back. I'm not a poster boy for good behavior and recovery in Hollywood, I'm just a guy who knows he has a lot to be grateful for. I'm not 40 yet. I wouldn't even bother comparing myself to Chaplin. I wouldn't want to see anything irreparable happen, but I also like it when seemingly irreparable things occur and men and women find a way to move past it. I guess the issue for me is to keep things dynamic. I'm not a method guy. I can't be bothered to have a method. I just want to be a part of a good movie and I can't stand to be surrounded by morons. I think paranoia goes from generation to generation. It's convenient to imagine that there's a few people controlling everything, that way it's manageable and small. But that's not life, life is messy. It's a very smart and heartfelt movie and that's why, I think, we're all drawn to it. We really showed up for this with this collective idea that it was really ambitious, but we felt we all really had something to gain from it. I'm coming from a place of total strength and humility now. If you're doing a drama that has some comedic elements, you can't forget that it's primarily a very serious film that has some light relief. I didn't have an identity. It was manufactured. My identity now? It was written on the wall by ancient forces. You know, when you're part of a comedic duo, you can take breaks. It's kind of like having a partner that is good with a kid. I've always been a fella who put most of my eggs in one basket and then take a dump in the basket, but I really don't know. I felt like a fighter who was training for a title bout that had not been booked yet. I was kind of like chasing my tail and trying to do the right thing, and was a little bit stupid. Or irresponsible, which is the same thing I guess. It's just been really busy and I had a lot of great opportunities. Acting is always a challenge. Every time I feel that I really hit critical mass and I'm in the right place is when I feel like the director and I become a third thing, and that's the character. I think I've been lucky, being my frequent appearances on court TV have brought to me another level than just the actor guy. The audience can feel the subtleties of the characters.